Welcome to Chump or Champ. I'm Mattson, chairman of the board.
And I'm JB, model number OU812.
And this week we're reviewing the movie Prometheus.
Prometheus is Ridley Scott's take on the creation of life in the universe, regardless if it's human or otherwise. And it takes a couple of scientists from Earth that discover certain carvings, certain paintings on cave walls around the world, and it's a star map to a planet thousands of light years away. And this is where Prometheus begins.
Prometheus has landed.
As for the story of Prometheus, I actually really enjoyed it. There's plot holes in it, there's some leaps of faith in there, but that's what this whole movie's about. And I really enjoyed it. A lot of people will walk in this thing thinking they're going to see an Alien prequel, where they're going to be bombarded by aliens and the mother alien or all that stuff, and it's not. And I think I was lucky enough that I didn't watch hardly any of the trailers. I knew nothing about the movie. I just knew it was part of Aliens, and that's all I ever heard. And so when I walked into it, I really enjoyed the mystery that, to me, they were trying to solve of the engineers, which is what the two lead characters called the alien species that they were looking for that said created the life on Earth. I still enjoyed the whole concept, the whole story of this thing. I mean, guys, you had the bumbling idiots that get lost walking out of a hallway that they were just in. I mean, I don't know how that didn't happen, because they should have known that right away. So that sets up the stages for the whole horror part of the science fiction thing. But overall, I really enjoyed the story until the end, which I thought was very cheesy. The very end.
See, I couldn't disagree with you more. I actually didn't like the story at all, and maybe it was I missed something, because I was kind of falling asleep, to be honest, right away. It didn't grab me, and all of a sudden I think I missed a part, because I remember them finding the map, and all of a sudden they're in space, getting out of hibernation, and I'm just like, okay, they have I don't know, nothing about the story grabbed me. It's a lot more like Alien than Aliens, in the fact that there's not a lot, it's not the, there's aliens all over the place, sci-fi spectacular. It is much more of a subtle, and to some degree it had like a building anticipation thing throughout the story, but the story itself, I just felt it was weak. I don't know, I really felt lost throughout a lot of the story. It seemed kind of preachy, like with the creation of life and stuff.
At Wayland Industries, it has long been our goal to create artificial intelligence almost indistinguishable from mankind itself.
And you're trying to add, there was too many storylines that, because everyone had their own agenda. And as far as character development, it made sense because it made the characters very real. I mean, you're going out into space looking for something. Everyone does kind of have their own agenda. The scientists want to become famous and find life. The rich guy flipping the bill for everything is trying to find his own thing. The Charlize Theron has her own agenda.
Let's say I'm wrong, and you do find these beings down there. You won't engage them. You will do nothing but report back to me.
So all the character development was good. The best way for me to describe it, it just didn't have a heart. The story itself was probably pretty good. There was just something to me that I just didn't like it. I didn't like the story at all.
See, and I can't pinpoint why I like the story, because it starts off with that really ambiguous scene at the beginning of the movie where you got this extremely built albino guy, and he takes this cocktail and he disintegrates, and then it goes into this DNA-looking strands of things and stuff, and you don't know what that means, or you don't know if that's supposed to be Earth, and that one man, that's the creator of Earth, and that's our God, because we are in his image.
Remarkably human.
And so, you know, he creates some, we're all created from this one person, or however you want to look at it.
Beautiful painting.
And
It's so beautiful.
everything in this movie to me is it's a religious base. You got the virgin birth. You have people dying for our sins. There's a little hint in there that the alien, or not the aliens, I don't want to use it, but the I don't even remember what the hell they're called, but the big white guys are coming to wipe out the human species because they killed Jesus, who Jesus was one of them. Huh? Catch some of that crap in there, do ya?
Did we watch the same movie? Because I don't think we did. Because the first scene, I did actually like the very, very first scene, the kind of mystery guy. And okay, I thought that was going to set a lot more up and it was going to explain a lot more, but it doesn't. It's like, okay, to make the assumption that, okay, he's on Earth. You know,
see, but I don't think the assumption he's on Earth. I think the assumption is that's how they populated planets. Is that it was one person sacrificing their life for the life of many.
Okay, I'll even buy that one, but then why are they coming back to wipe us out?
I guess because there's a subtle thing in there that they came back at some point in time where they sent a messenger, which they're saying you want to go overall as that was Jesus. And as a species, we got scared of him and we killed him. Or actually the Jews killed him, not us, we're good. But they killed him, and that pissed off all the other ones, and so they were coming back to wipe out our species off this planet.
I obviously got they create life and stuff, but that was the one thing. I never got the why all of a sudden did they turn and want to destroy us? And if you're saying is right, okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. I guess I don't know why all of a sudden were they sitting there forever, though?
That I have no idea. I mean, that was either something because they have the little holograms of either what was happening. They all seem like they're running from something, and I don't know if their chemical warfare to wipe us out started attacking them, and so the only way to do it was to go into their hibernation, their stasis pods.
Well, okay, I'm not going to argue that is what it means, but my argument would be, if that is what it means, I don't think they do a very good job explaining.
Well, again, but you also got to realize this was written by the guys who did Lost, and so right there should explain a lot of a lot of plot holes that are never going to get filled.
Here's the thing, like you were saying, well, you like the story plot or you like the storyline, and you don't really know why. I dislike it, and I don't really know why. I liked all the characters. I liked. I really liked the android.
Please tell me.
Probably the most, even though he was kind of the hardest to understand as far as story plot wise, because of course they're trying to keep what his motives were
We
secret.
don't know what's on the other side.
The one thing I do have a little bit like Charlize Theron's character. I like her as an actress. 2 weeks in a row we're reviewing one of her movies. And again, I don't think they used her acting skills very well. Guy Pearce is, to me, one of the best actors out there that nobody ever knows, and I don't think they used him very. They kind of had really small parts.
His fingers to put it out. When asked by his colleague William Potter to reveal his trick, how is it he so effectively extinguished the flame without hurting himself whatsoever? Lawrence just smiled and said, "The trick, Potter, is not minding it hurts."
And kind of the two main scientist people that you're following, or the one, especially the girl from the original girl from Dreg with the dragon tattoo. She was fine. I mean, as far as her character, I didn't really like her character as much as some of the other characters because she's kind of the one trying to be a good character, but in a movie like this, I never like the one good character because they're too good and it kind of makes them too flawed.
For me, I really like David, the android.
Yeah.
To me, I thought he was the most developed
Unnecessary
character in the whole
violence.
thing, 'cause to me,
I understand
you didn't
human
know his
emotions.
motivation right away, but you could see him
Although I
evolving.
do not feel them
You
myself.
could see him wanting to become more than an android, because he knew, because he was quoting Lawrence of Arabia. I don't remember what the quote was, but he said something that essentially said that he could be more if he wanted to. I can't exactly remember what the line was. And then you finally see that there's an alternative motive that he's been programmed to do. And whether it was just that one thing, which was Waylon, or was the ulterior motive also part when he was in the cave, when he finds, when he actually brings back some of the stuff from the cave. There's a part where I think he's self-aware of who he is, that he knows that he can die even if he's a robot, because he tells Shaw, if you want to live, come and get me.
Right.
And I think that was the whole point, is he became self-aware that he didn't want to die, that he was more than just a robot in his own mind, and that he didn't want to die.
Big things have small beginnings.
I give this movie a champ. I can overlook some of the flaws, the plot holes in this thing. I just had a good time. I thought it was a good mystery movie, and that's how I ended up taking this movie, as a good, wholesome mystery movie.
I give it a chump. I think there's too many plot holes, and it didn't have a fast enough pace for me. I just can't recommend it. Dude, good visuals, exploration turns into train wreck, too many plot and character holes. Dude gives it a chump.
Our Netflix pick of the week is Adrian, I Kick Some Keister Predator Ass, Brody, and Forrest, I Have So Many Lazy Eyes, Whitaker, and The Experiment.
I'm going to India. Maybe you should go.
Well, a trip like that would be pretty penny.
Did not go over a liquor store.
What we will be doing here, for those of you that don't know, will be a behavioral experiment in which we will be simulating the conditions of life inside a state penitentiary. Some of the subjects will be deprived of their civil rights.
I can't help but think that this says something about us.
I think it says we need money.
So what do you think, Girl Scouts? Prisoners or guards?
I think we just got our answer.
If there is any violence, that red light will come on. The experiment will be immediately terminated. If any of you want to leave, now is your last chance.
Nobody's leaving here until their plates are clean.
You heard the man.
You gotta eat it.
Now it's clean. You don't start respecting the guards, you're gonna have a serious problem. Why don't you try being rational?
How is this for rational?
You hit me, and the experiment is over. You lock up any animal long enough, and the strong's gonna eat the weak.
77. He's a ringleader, so we have to.
You scare him. This place, it belongs to us. Do we have the proper respect for authority now? You are a prisoner, 77. It's your pride that's getting in the way. The red light is the only thing we have. You're crazy.
Open the gate.
Why don't you stop this? Why?
Next time at Chump and Champ, we'll be reviewing Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, the movie I've been waiting all summer for.
And if you can't wait for that, the Asylum just released Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies.
Really?
Yeah.
And I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. And I looked, and behold, was death. Saying, come and see. And I saw. And
hell will follow them.
Next chime.
Next chime?
Next chime. Next chime. Welcome to Jumper Champ.
I'm because I was kind of looking at you because I didn't know who was going to start.
Okay. Welcome to Jumper Champ. I'm Mattson, chairman of the board.
And I'm JB. I really don't have any idea.
Model number OU812.
I don't even know what that means.
OU812.
Oh, okay. All right, let's do it. I got nothing.
Welcome to Jumper Champ. I'm Mattson, chairman of the board.
And I'm JB, 08102. Damn it, did it wrong. Let's do it again.
Welcome to Jumper Champ. I'm Mattson, chairman of the board.
And I'm JB, model number 0812. And this is...
What? OU812.
Oh, OU812. OU812. Okay, let's do it again.